He is coming. Cover your butt.
Well, Professor Stick is on vacation, and he asked me to come on over and keep you all entertained. And in order to do that, I brought the most boring flat earther I have ever seen. No, really, she is monotone, stares directly at the camera. She makes Eeyore look like a cheerleader. And yes, I wrote that line into the script entirely so that I could put this image up here.
Everyone on this earth has experienced it as flat and stationary, meaning we're not spinning and we're not on a ball that's curved 8 inches per mile squared. The people in Antarctica and the people in Australia, they don't experience themselves as upside down.
Are you using jump cuts? Seriously though, are you? You're so expressionless and devoid of emotion that I genuinely can't tell if you are or not. As for why people in Australia and Antarctica don't feel like they are upside down, we have a perfectly good explanation for that. It's called gravity. There is no universal up and down. The only people who believe in such a thing are flat earthers. Everyone else has a perfectly good and sound explanation as to why people don't feel upside down when they are in different parts of the globe. This is such a stupid, ignorant point to bring up. Why do you all insist that people in Antarctica should be upside down? No one, absolutely nobody says that they should. If you are going to bother to argue against a pre-existing model of reality, do us a favor and at least learn enough about the model that you are trying to debunk so that you don't sound like a child.
Our experience is that we are on a flat plane and we're not spinning. None of us feel like we're spinning at 1,000 miles per hour.
If you could feel the spin of the Earth, you would have much bigger problems to worry about than the shape of the Earth. The only time that you ever feel motion is when there is an acceleration or a deceleration. This is why you can comfortably sit in a car that is going 30 miles an hour or a car that is going 70 miles an hour. The only time that you have a problem is when you have to slam on the brakes. This is true for all motion. This is the same reason you can sit in an airplane going hundreds of miles an hour and not feel it. And the only times you ever feel motion is when there's turbulence. When there is a sudden change in direction up and down. When you feel the acceleration up or down. Those are the only times you feel motion. You have absolutely no understanding about the very basics of motions.
None of us go to the beach or go on an airplane and see the curve of the earth. None of us have seen the water curving like they show you in the image of Earth from space.
None of us have seen it? Do you mean like this image from a video by Flat Earth Asshole? Or how about this image from Flat Earth Asshole? Or how about this image from Flat Earth Asshole? Each and every one of these images were taken from a high altitude balloon that a flat earther presented as evidence. This isn't from somebody who's got an agenda to prove that the earth is round. Now, if this isn't enough for you, because reasons, let me get you one better. This image shows a set of towers, all built the same height, and all running in a perfect straight line across Lake Pontchartrain. These towers are a perfect line across the surface of the lake, and you will very, very clearly see them curving around the horizon. After seeing this image, you cannot say that we have no evidence of the curve of the earth. There it is.
We're just told to believe in theories and trust those who know better. Trust astronauts, trust scientists, trust astrophysicists. trust the NASA telescopes that only show you the sphere planets in the sky, and you can't trust your own telescope or your own zoom camera lens that shows you something completely different when you're looking at a so-called planet or a so-called star.
What are you talking about? You are at this point doing nothing more than pulling things straight out of your ass. This is an image provided by NASA of what Saturn looks like. This is an image of Saturn taken from Earth. Do you see the similarities? You cannot say that when you look at planets, they look nothing like what NASA says they do. Have you ever even bothered to go outside with a telescope and try to look at these objects? My guess is that you haven't. This, like every other claim in your video, is easily disproven with very little effort. The thing is, you have to go out and put some effort into it. But instead, all you are going to do is sit here and regurgitate every flatter talking point that you have ever heard.
Their lights are changing. You see movement that is not explained by what they're showing you in the images, not even a photograph. They always say the word image because these are not ever photographs.
Let's look up the definition of an image. A physical likeness or representation of a person, animal, or thing. Photographed, painted, sculptured, or otherwise made visible. The word image and photograph are not mutually exclusive. You can use one to mean the other. And even if, for whatever reason, an image meant a digital image or a fake photograph, your conspiracy would still not work. Let's for a second pretend that image exclusively means a digital image or a fake image. You are then telling me that NASA went around, faked space, faked the International Space Station, faked the moon landing, created this whole imaginary space globe Earth thing, and they were okay with that. But having a fake image called a photograph was over the line. That was the one lie that NASA could never tell you. They have to be honest about calling a fake image an image and a real photograph a photograph. They have to be honest about that for some weird reason. That was just too much of a lie to simply call a fake image a photograph. What kind of stupid conspiracy is this? Where it could all be dismantled by the simple fact that someone in NASA just thought it was too much to lie about a photograph being fake. They couldn't do it, and so they have to call it an image.
When we all have a camera on our phone, generally speaking, and they can't even take one true photograph of the Earth.
NASA can never show us a photo of the Earth? You mean like this photo, or this photo, or this photo, or this photo, or the countless of photos that are taken on a yearly basis of the Earth from space? You have access to so many images of the Earth at this point. The DSCOV Satellite, which are the images I just shown, relay to us images on a weekly basis. You can go back and see images that have been relayed to us from earlier this month. You have access to all of this. You have access to the Himawari 8 satellite, which shows a picture of the Earth from space. You have access to the ISS live stream, which shows a live stream of the Earth from space. You have access to all of these things, so do not pretend as if they do not exist. Instead, what you are trying to say is that all of these things are fake. Why are they fake? Because reasons. Do you have evidence that they're faked? No. Do you have a good reason to believe that they are faked? Nope. You have no reason to think that the images that are provided to you are fake. The only reason that you will ever deny that any of these pictures are an accurate representation of reality is because they disagree with the idea that you have already arrived at. They disagree with you on the shape of the Earth, and for that reason alone, you will deny the validity of these images.
I personally can only trust my experiences. I've sort of always been this way. I can't just blindly hold a belief in something that I'll never see for myself.
This line of "I will only accept it if I experience it myself" is a cop-out by flat earthers. It is a way to give them an out. It is a way for them to be able to move the goalposts when shit gets real. This is the same as Ken Ham saying, "Were you there?" This is the same kind of nonsense. Flat earthers are not skeptical. Flat earthers will, in fact, accept a whole lot of things without experiencing themselves. They will only deny it if it's about a globe Earth. Flat earthers like Nicole here will gladly accept the NASA fake space, the NASA fake the moon landing, that there's an ice wall around Antarctica, that the ice wall is guarded by the military. They will gladly accept all of these claims without any evidence, without ever experience any of these things themselves. They will gladly say that the horizon stays at eye level without ever going up into an airplane to check it themselves. Flat earthers will gladly regurgitate any claim that they feel supports their position that the Earth is flat. This line of only accepting things that you have experienced is complete bullshit.
Us flat earthers should not even have to try to debunk the globe at this point, when we clearly know our experience is telling us the truth now. We will no longer believe in a belief system that cannot be proven for ourselves with our own physical reality. No cartoons, no CGI, no GoPro lens, none of that. Show me something real that I could prove for myself with my own eyes.
Doesn't that line sum it all up nicely? Nicole will not accept any evidence that the Earth is a globe because she already knows that the Earth is flat. She has already created a steel trap around her brain that nothing that you do, say, or show her will ever make it through. And even though she claims that she wants to be shown a real picture, you can bet that she will deny that any of it is true. You can bet that she will move the goalposts and all of a sudden ask for a different camera, a different angle, a different picture to be shown. Because Nicole here, like every other flat earther, doesn't want evidence. She doesn't want to be proven wrong. She wants to hold on to this idea that she holds special knowledge that you and I do not have. Knowledge that only she has. Knowledge that the Earth is flat. This is the way that flat earthers protect themselves from reality. Thanks for watching, you all. My name is Rhetoric&Discourse, and if you want to watch more flat earth videos, come check out my channel and enjoy 20 seconds of my cat being adorable.